What's up, you guys? This is Badass Reviews, back with another review, this time of the Toys R Us exclusive. At least I think it's the Toys R Us exclusive. I'm not quite sure yet, but of the DC Universe Classics 2-pack, Knightfall. This is from Knightfall series, towards the end of the series, at Night's End, when Batman comes back, takes back the cowl, and goes face to face with Azrael Batman. Take a look at Batman first. He's got an all blue cape and cowl this time. It's the first time I think we're getting a costume where he's got all blue and not the black on his face. He's a really nice figure. I like the way he looks, and he's got the battle damage on his bat symbol. But other than his cool new paint job, he is basically just the same old Batman that we've been getting for, over the years. But that's alright. I don't mind having more Batman. I just like getting him in his different costumes and doing whatever with them. But yeah, if you know Batman and DC Universe, then you know that his articulation is probably the same. Ball jointed head, or not ball jointed head, but whatever you want to call it. I always just call it ball joint, but I don't think that's what it is. It goes 360 as well as up and down. His arms go out in 360 degrees. 360 degrees at the upper bicep, bends at the elbow, and 360 degrees at the hand. His waist goes 360 degrees as well as up and down. His legs can go out, in, forward, and back. 360 degrees at the above the knee. His knee bends and his feet can pivot up and down. Yeah, so he's a pretty awesome figure. I like the way he looks. The color scheme and the gray with the blue just looks awesome. So yeah. Now on to the Azrael Batman. This is what he looked like at the end of the book. I have the Wave 16. As you can see, is just a repaint of the original. This is what he looked like before, and then his suit turns red. I don't know how that happens, but he just all of a sudden has a red suit. But it still looks cool. So I don't like the, well, I like the figure, but I don't like this one as much as I do the Wave 16, just because the paint is not as shiny on him, I don't think. It's more just like a, I wouldn't say blood red, but it's I couldn't really tell you. I don't know what color they used here. It looks more like a little, like, cherry, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good with different colors of red, but I mean, it still looks nice. It's just not as shiny, I don't think. It's shiny here on his torso, but it's not like as shiny as it is with the Wave 16. But yeah, so basically he's just the same figure. If you know his head can go up pretty far. It could go 360 degrees, but his neck collar restricts articulation. So, and it's also made out of soft rubber, so I mean you could do it, but I don't want to risk breaking them or anything. His arms can go in, out. They could go 360 degrees, but one of the problems I have with this figure is that his armor gets in the way, and this is just made out of soft rubber, and it really it hinders his articulation a lot. So I mean, if y'all want to have him like looking like he's gonna punch or something, it's kind of hard. Like you have to stretch his arm out, and it can go out like that, but I just feel like it's just straining it a lot. He doesn't have a swivel at the bicep, but he has a, I don't even call it, a ball and socket at the elbow, so it allows him to go 360 degrees as well as, you know, bend at the elbow. His hands can go 360 degrees as well as go in, and it goes in and out, so it can he has hand articulation, so it can look like he's shooting flames out of his arms like in the comic book. And then he's got a swivel 360 degrees at the waist as well as go up and down. Now this is where his articulation is different. His legs can go in and out, forward and back. He can 360 degrees at the upper, or at the thigh, and then he's got double jointed knees. So yeah, that's where he's different. He's just like that on the Wave 16 as well, but he's got double jointed knees, which is really nice. Makes him get into cool little poses once you get him finagled right. And then on his foot is just a up and down motion. So yeah, you can get some pretty cool poses with him. Get some ACBA in there with him. Looks pretty nice. I don't know if these are released in stores yet. I haven't seen any reviews other than the one I did. I had reviewed these before, not too long ago, only because I was testing out doing reviews. I have a better camera to use now. It's a lot easier. But yeah, I haven't seen any reviews. I haven't seen them in stores. I picked this up on eBay from a guy in Hong Kong for $40. And they came in nice for being loose. Not really anything wrong with them, except for maybe some scratches and scuffs, but that's not a big deal. I mean, I'd rather pay a little extra money to actually get the figures instead of not finding them. I've checked online on eBay, and it's actually gone down. I think they went down to $30, so that's good if you haven't got these yet. But I highly recommend them because it's an awesome set. The Batman, I give an 8 out of 10 because I like Batman a lot. He's got a new costume. I like the battle damage. It's good for if you want to like do some ACBA and you got a fight going on with some other rogues, villains, and he can have some battle damage. And Azrael, I give him, I'm going to say a 7, just because I don't like him as much as the blue one. His paint's a little dull for me. I think the blue on this one, the paint scheme is a lot better, just how shiny it looks. It's got a nice little shine to it, and he looks a lot better. And but you know, he's not a bad figure. If you didn't pick up the blue version, definitely check this one out. He's pretty much the same if you don't mind having a red version of him, even though he was red in the comics for a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't have the DC Superheroes version of him. He's the only figure I don't have that's a Batman from the DCUC or whatever. But he's pretty expensive. But he's still pretty cool. Definitely check him out. I recommend this a lot. And I'll talk to you later.